Welcome to today's What Will Move the Market show. I'm your host Prem. It's Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. It's the first day of quarter 3, and here is everything you need to know as the markets open for today. Let's kick off with a wrap from Wall Street. The Dow Jones surged to a new record close at 46,398, up around 82 points, while the S&P 500 ended 0.4% higher at 6,688. The Nasdaq added a modest 0.3% to reach 22,660. All three indices logged in solid gains for both September and the third quarter, quite unusual for a month where markets typically stumble. Fed policy remains a big focus, with investors weighing the risk of a potential government shutdown, which could delay key labor market and consumer data releases. The market's rally was propelled by expectations of further Fed rate cuts and a continued artificial intelligence boom. On the movers list, Wolfspeed shot up nearly 30%, rebounding after bankruptcy worries. Among losers, Firefly Aerospace plunged over 20%, following a rocket mishap. Lamb Weston also impressed with a 4% rally after beating analyst estimates. On the flip side, airlines saw turbulence with Southwest and United down almost 3% on operational concerns. In after hours, action cooled as traders awaited clarity on the government fiscal standoff. Here's a quick scan of overnight moves in key Indian ADRs. Infosys ADR closed at 16, down 0.31%. Wipro ADR closed at 2, down 1.13%. ICICI Bank ADR closed at 30, down 0.26%. HDFC Bank ADR closed at 34, up a muted 0.03%. Overall, modest moves in Indian ADRs overnight, with no dramatic cues for local investors as most stocks stayed range-bound. Asian equities delivered a mixed show early this morning. The Hang Seng jumped 0.9% to 26,855, riding stimulus bets from China and strong moves in tech and pharma stocks. The Shanghai Composite gained 0.5%, reflecting signs of stabilization as factory data ticked higher. Nikkei in Japan slipped 0.25% due to portfolio adjustments and the half-year fiscal wrap, led by weakness in energy stocks. Gift Nifty started flat, opening at 24,715 after closing yesterday at 24,655. Early signals suggest a choppy, consolidated opening for domestic markets, with spot Nifty likely to oscillate between 24,500 and 24,850. The India VIX holds steady at 11.36, hinting at subdued volatility. Major Asian headlines point to ongoing trade talks between China and the US, and speculation about further monetary easing in Beijing, which could support sentiment for local exporters. Globally, the market mood hinges on the looming US government shutdown, with President Trump warning of irreversible moves if no deal is reached. This may cause delays to crucial US payroll data, keeping investors watchful. Elsewhere, there's cautious optimism on Middle East peace, as more nations push for a breakthrough on the Gaza proposal, which could help stabilize geopolitics. Commodity markets remain jittery, with gold's rally drawing haven demand and crude oil facing pressure from softer global economic signals. Back home, Nifty and Sensex fell for an 8th straight session yesterday, led by weakness in consumer, realty, and IT stocks. Today, all eyes are on the RBI's monetary policy outcome set for 10 a.m., with most economists expecting the repo rate to hold at 5.5%. Q2 earnings, festive demand, and broader FII flows remain crucial drivers. FIIs net sold over 2,000 crore rupees yesterday, while DIIs stepped in as buyers, stabilizing local benchmarks. Bharat Electronics is in focus after bagging new defense orders worth 1,092 crore rupees. SEBI is set to introduce zero-day expiry on Gift Nifty contracts from October 13, paving the way for more active F&O trading. Technically speaking, Nifty enters today's session in a corrective phase with robust support at 24,600, followed by 24,500. On the upside, short-term resistance sits at 24,750. Crossing this may spark a surge toward 24,900. For Bank Nifty, immediate support lies at 54,500, while resistance looms around 54,800. If Bank Nifty slips below 54,300, sharper selling could unfold. Today's action zone for traders. Watch for sustained moves above resistance to catch momentum or hold tight near support for possible rebounds. Shifting gears to commodities, gold prices continue their stellar run, opening at $3,865 per troy ounce, up sharply from last month, and marking a record-breaking rally of over 45% on the year. Brent crude holds near $66.64 per barrel, reflecting continued bearish undertones, while silver prices in India start around 94,000 rupees per kilogram, marking a slight daily drop. Among base metals, global prices remain steady, but watch for moves in aluminum, copper, and zinc as global manufacturing data rolls in. For traders this morning, risk remains elevated with policy decisions and shutdown uncertainties. The tactical plan: stay light and nimble, favoring support buying in Nifty and Bank Nifty if sharp dips emerge, while watching for upward breakouts above resistance. Stock-specific action could spike for Bharat Electronics and banks. In commodities, traders may find opportunity in gold's momentum. Above all, keep a tight stop-loss and remain agile. Volatility is the name of the game today. Stay tuned for our evening wrap and send in your questions or thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe and share your trade ideas with us. Let's make sense of the market together.